Hi, everyone. One of the things that I have been thinking about lately and have been reading a lot about is why change is so hard for us. I am going through tons of change right now in my life. As I've shared before, I've started a new job. I came back into sort of a life with more routines, discipline, after having backpacked and taking a sabbatical for a year and a half. Prior to starting a new job, working remotely in my job is something that is absolutely disappointing to me. That's a change in myself or the way I work. Another change that I'm considering or going through is uh, finding finding a soulmate, and these are all these changes and things that I'm trying to accomplish. Also, I started doing yoga regularly, meditating regularly. Started an acting class yesterday. I'm going through physical therapy as well. So there's lots of new things that I'm going through, and um, I've been thinking why is change so hard, and what could we do as human beings to to uh, to ease through the change, to make the change an easier process. Um, and based on what I've read, it sounds like what makes change so hard on us is not the change itself, but how we are reacting to the change. When we are going through change, we are going from this place of comfort or homeostasis to a place where there's a lot of uncertainty, a place where we are constantly being challenged. Perhaps we are learning a new skill. We are sometimes feeling stupid, incompetent, and and it all comes down to us not feeling comfortable with this state of being uncomfortable. I think that is what makes change so hard. And if we could master being comfortable with the idea of being uncomfortable, I think that's where we could start to see some breakthroughs and make change an uh, easier transition for us. A lot of organizations also find change to be very hard, not just across the board, but I think when they are trying to propagate or make or inspire a change across the company, across teams, across people, across individuals, a change is hard. And there's tons of consulting firms, including the one that I work for, that advise organizations on change management. And there is lots of lessons to be learned on how we can use tips from the best practices of how to inspire change in our personal life as well. And one of the things that I'm realizing is one of the best things to do is uh, develop certain values such as patience and self-compassion towards ourselves when we are going through a change, because there will be times where we don't get the intended results after putting in effort for hours, and we have to take a step back and kind of reevaluate what we are putting into the process when we are not getting the same results. Perhaps results just take longer, and that's where we have to develop patience. That that if you continue to invest and trust in the process and do the right things day in day out, you will start to see the results come to fruition. And when the results don't come immediately, or uh, when we fail along the way, instead of beating ourselves up, developing the value of self-compassion, being kind to ourselves when we are constantly failing, is something that will also keep us on track and keep us committed to the process instead of quitting early. So these are the things that I'm trying to develop within my value system as I'm going through tons of change. And I think that's the only way we could accomplish some things that are valuable to us in our lives, whatever those goals might be. So these are the things that I'm committing myself to doing better every single day, which is being patient towards myself, being self compassionate. If you're watching this, if this resonates with you, if you're going through a change in your life, I would love to hear from you what those changes are and how you're dealing with that change. Have a great day.